Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barkanmu da sake haɗuwa a sati na uku a JavaScript programming. Wannan satin ne za mu yi magana kan abin da ake kira data types. Last week mun yi magana akan variables da dai sauran related content inda muka ce if you want to if you have a data that maybe too much for you to be kind of remember, so many data you want to remember, za ka iya creating abin da ake kira variable, then we put the data inside there so that later if you want to use the data you code the variable so that it can remember you with the content. So so the Watari is kind of very good to know which type of data that a particular variable is holding, and then also if we consider it that way, we can say, okay, I want to perform, let's say, a checkup. I want to know, maybe I can say, okay, I have created a form where maybe user can go and supply a particular data to my website, or maybe register in my website. Here for in my form I specify, okay, I want you to write your name here. So if you didn't write your name, you go ahead and write maybe number there as a name. So definitely I need to kind of know which type of data people are putting, which type of data doing. That is why we use what we call data types. As the name suggests, it's just type of data that is in a particular variable. So basically we have many different types of data. We have data we call string, and then also we have a data we call a number data types. That are basic two, right? The most important one. So just to get it clear, we see a JavaScript variable can hold many data types: number, string, array, objects, and more like that. So in this class, we are going to see what is called data and why is it a data with us now. So sometimes if you want to see a data, the variable should hold a data. I think I can. Let me just see it in practically. I think it's better. Now if we have this in this one, let me get rid of all of this because they're just covering our something there, right? They should now remove all of these, and then we get rid of these, and then I can say, okay, I can create tag here and see maybe h1 there. In my h1 I can see week 3 JavaScript. Week 3 JavaScript here. I now save this file here, then come to my browser, then refresh it. Here I can see week 3. I just see week is specified 3, right? Okay. Now let me get rid of this if I like. If I don't like, I can just leave it, right? And then I can see this one title with 3 JavaScript, right? Okay. Now you know, in our initial stages, and we say JavaScript can be written anyhow, right? We can write it inside a line, and then we can write it within the page, and then also in this tutorial from today henceforth we are going to be using our external JavaScript. Well, you see, okay, let's just start with the file. We just need to create a full file. Don't write anything inside, then you save it here. Maybe I can see maybe window for testing purpose, window alert, that we alerting. You can see Java script is working. Yes, if I just save this one, maybe I will save it as week 3.js here. If you like, we can specify JavaScript file here, then we just save it like that. It works like that. So now inside of our page here, I need to link the two files together, right? I can see here script, okay, script here. I can end my script there. Okay, in this place here I can say src, that is the source of my script, is equals to week 3.js, right? If you now save this file, okay, save this file here, probably you see that it now gives us saying JavaScript is working. This shows that now my JavaScript here is available in this page there, like using this just one line like that. Okay, now if we have in this file, we can see a variable can be let's see, you can say var, let's see, a number is equals to, let's say, 20 here. Is that okay? Then we save this file, windows.alert, windows.alert, let's say number there, right? If you now save this one here, and therefore I can be able to refresh this page here, you see the number 20 is there. So instead of displaying number 20 here, I'm going to create a place here where I will output all what I want to output from there, right? Okay, now for me to do that, I have to come back here. I want to create another h1 here. I can see h2 for instance, then say end my h2, I'll give it an id, then say id is equals to, let me say output, id is equals to output. So what I want is, I want my output to be displaying in this one, right? From JavaScript we are displaying the content here. If you now save this file here, we'll refresh this page here, we will be able to see anything there, right? Nothing is here. But all we are going to do, we are going to have something inside. We send it from JavaScript here. All our output should be within that place like that. So how do we do that? For us to do that, we say document dot get element by id. What's the name of the id? The name of the id is the name we give it to this one as an id here, so that we will be able to send it here. Okay, now if we copy this and now come back here, then paste it here, then we get the element, we say okay, sorry, this is PHP, sorry. You can say in HTML, you can say is equals to number, right? So probably this number will be written inside that element that has this ID. If you now come here and refresh this page, you see the 20 inside the element that's there. Okay, now from now henceforth, anything we are displaying, we are going to display it inside this place. So if you want to make sure that is it true that this one is going in that aspect, so maybe you can change the color of it. Maybe from here I can give it a style so that you know it's there. It's that place, right? I can give it a style, color. Let me see, the color should be like red, like that. You should now save this here so that you know, say this is a kind of magic of thing. You see that it now become red, even though the actual data is coming from JavaScript, then and is just showing up like that. So that is just it, and then that is just about data type and number. So number in JavaScript is very simple to use, right? So just say the variable, just specify the number, right? So, and we also have another data type, we call it a string. A data can be string if it comprises of alphabets, numbers, or comes together like that. So let's say your name is a string, your email is a string, your name of school is a string, whatever is a string, right? But if you have number 1.5, 2.6, 3 times 10 times 10 raised to the power of 10 or exponential numbers, all of them are numbers, right? So JavaScript doesn't have like say integer, floating point, and then all other types of number is just a number. Anytime the number is the number. Okay, so string can be defined as this. What is that JavaScript here? String can be defined, let's see, as maybe this one is, let me see, school here. School can be maybe caliphate take solutions limited, for instance. So if you now save this one, caliphate take solution will be there, but we didn't actually we define our variable school here. We are calling different number there, so we need to say school here so that you know that we are calling this variable there. All right, so if you save this one, refresh it here, yes, you see caliphate text solutions limited written there. Even though your HTML is clean, all the texts are coming from JavaScript, is kind of good like that. Okay, now this is what you call string. String can contain numbers. If you like, I can put some number here, no problem. It can contain number combined with this characters, what is it called, characters and all other things like that. So if you now save this one and then be able to refresh it, you see it there, right? So you observe something that immediately when I refresh, this one will pop up, and this one is now wait for some moment, then it now show up because it's not inside HTML. So HTML is used to load it very fast time before the JavaScript will load. That is why we have this one before you have the other one. Okay, so that is just about HTML, the string. And so anytime you remember, anytime you want to do a string, you need to put this quotation in order to make it a string. Yes. If you write maybe a name here, maybe I can say F name, that is the first name, and let's say I put it inside this string here. I say, let's say Bello here. Then if I come down here, I see let's say var l name here, say is equals to, then I can see Musa. Okay, if you like, you can put double quotation, single quotation, all of them will work. If I now say okay, var full name is equals to L, and let's say F name. If you now use plus L name, right? Now use semicolon. This plus is responsible of taking this one and joining it with another one. Remember, we also do plus inside of our arithmetic class where we see plus is used to add two numbers. So that is the only differences between a string and number. If you use plus for a number, therefore the value are going to add together and give you the result, right? If you use plus for a string, they are going to take them, join them together and give it to you. Now let me just put the full name here, for you to see, right? Okay, now let me save it. Okay, if you save it here, we go to this place here, refresh it here, wait for JavaScript. You see Bello, Musa, all of them are concatenated together, right? But if you're writing maybe number here, you say 20. Let's say you say here 40 here. Instead of them to take them together and put them in one place, they will add all of them together. Instead of give me they will give me 60, for instance. And now if you now save this, you refresh this page here, you will be able to see a 60. But what about if I put this one inside quotation, which means we converted it to string? Now if I now do the addition here, I will not be able to see. Look at what I will see. You see, it's taking 20 here, then and attach it with 40. Doesn't do any kind of calculations for me, right? So be very, very careful. Anytime you are creating a variable for a number, then you don't use this one and this one. If you are using for a number, then you leave it like that. If you're using for string, you put it like that. So that is the only differences between string and number, right? We have there is what we call a boolean. Boolean can only be two values, either true or false, like that, right? True or false, like that. So it's very simple. You want to make something. Why do we use this one? We could come to where we talk about boolean in depth, but for now you only know when we're talking about boolean, we're talking about true or false, like that. Sometimes in this one is very, very important when you're kind of meant to check some things, whether the pass or fail, that kind of things. It's only pass or you fail. That is just in that scenario. We also have another types of data type. We call it array. Array is a special variable. A special variable that hold multiple values together, right? Let's say you have different people with different names or different items. What you need to do is put them inside this kind of data type, then you'll be able to display them. So what we see initially is a variable that can hold more than one value. Look at this one, it only hold one value, 20, like that, or names like that. But now let's assume I have a variable. We call it fruit, right? And then array is having this one like that. So if you have multiple items, you just separated with comma. It can have numbers, whatever, right? Let's say fruits, I can give it, let's say banana, and the other one, let's say guava, and then let's say orange, right? Let me just get rid of this. Okay, so now this is only one variable, but it holds more than one value, right? If I want any value, mostly the array is having also called index, starting from 0. The first item inside array is representing 0, the second one is 1, the third one 2. That is how the numbers continue, but remember it's starting from 0. Now if I want to display, let's say this banana, we remember is at 0 point, right? I can say, okay, here I can say fruits, I can say fruits, right? In the fruit I can specify this thing here, then I can say, okay, 0. If you now save this, then go to your browser here, refresh this page, I will be able to see banana there, right? Read one of the list from the other ones there. If I want the next one to it, I can use I can, instead of 0, I can use 1. That is this one, guava. Now if I now save this and then refresh this one here, yes, I have seen a guava. Is that okay? So that one is very simple in terms of array, right? So we also have, apart from array, data type, we also have another data type. We call it, let's see here, array, we call it objects here. Object here, if you this object is, in array we are having, let's say, what's it called, 0, 1, 2, 3 to represent a particular value in the container of an items, right? But in object we don't use zeros. Zero kind of difficult for someone to remember, to kind of knows the convention. If you, for instance, I have maybe a name or people, I want to say, okay, admission number, and then instead of using 0 to call the admission number, like that. For instance, let me just give you this example. Yes, yeah, I can see my name is Isa Labo, then my school is Katso, right? My gender, I'm a male, right? Let's just stop like here, right? So if I want to know my name here, I have to come here and specify 0, right? Then if I now specify 0 here, come down here, I'll be able to see my name appear there. Yes, my name appear there, right? No problem about that. But this one is like kind of making it very difficult. What about if I just want to see something like like name, like this? This one is a little bit easier for me to use, right? If it comes to this point, then we use what we call object. Object is just mapping a particular value with the name so that you can call the name instead of calling 0, 1 and other things like that. So how do we do object? Object is very simple to use also. If you want to use it, you can say, okay, instead of using square bracket, and then use curly bracket there, right? If you use curly bracket here, then maybe here I can say, let's say teacher, or let's say teacher or facilitator, right? Facilitator. But in this case, at this place here, we don't specify, we need to specify the name. What you're going to do here is say name colon like this. I can say, okay, name here, then I will stop at this point here. I can say, okay, I can say school, then from here I can see, let's see, gender. That okay? I think I can use to, okay, it's not there. Okay, gender. Okay, now if I do this, is probably you'll see, okay, let me show you one thing. Let me save this one here and then run it on your page here. Yes, you'll not be able to see anything because we have a little error in our, if you now refresh, you view the, inspect this element here. Okay, before it does that, let me just show you here. Okay, so in this, okay, we are calling teachers here, right? We need to say teacher here. But even if you say teacher, all you need to say, you need to say dot name, all right? So that is when you call the name, right? Very simple. Even the notations of calling it is very simple. So let me just close this and then come back here, and then let me close this here, refresh this page here. You see the name is there automatically without wasting much of time here. Then if I want school here, I can just say teacher dot school. All right, I can save here, then refresh this page here, refresh it, look at it, it's give me the school. And if I want what's it called, if I want to have the other one, then the other gender here, I can see okay, teacher gender here. So I can save this file here. So yes, okay, we have the gender. So these are different types of data and data types. So definitely any variable that hold a particular value, it have a type of value it hold. Now the question here is it possible for us to know if from a variable the type of data it holds without maybe looking at actual data? We have a variable but we don't know which type of data it holds is inside. So is it possible for us to know the type of data? Very possible. Now if I come back here, I say teacher, then type of like this, right? Then save this, then come down here, refresh this page. Okay, which means this one is actually teacher type of, okay, not yeah, okay, yeah, good. Now if now refresh this one here, you see type of, probably it doesn't show right now. Okay, teacher type of, what about put it inside a variable and then display the variable here? Maybe let me try that. Okay, var type is equals to, okay, copy this or cut it, no mistaken. All right, semicolon, or maybe I didn't put semicolon, but I do. Type. Now let me save this and then refresh this page. Did I save? Yes, I save one or things maybe now. Okay, now let me come back. This okay. Okay, that's good thing about programming. Okay, yeah. What I done wrong is I put type of before the teacher, right? So I have to say type of here, then space, control X here, then give space here, and I'll say teacher then, right? Type of teacher. So if you come here, refresh this page, you see type of teacher is object, right? What about if it is something like this? Remember the way we do it, come, this one is, let's say this one like this, and let me change this one to this. Who can guess what it is? I think this one is one, is an array. So if you now save this, if I now save this and then if I now save this here, refresh it here, okay,